we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off with a jet and I cry.
It's week 14 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' speedy running back. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Lions and...
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in week 14.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Cook has it, left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 3rd and 19. No. One catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
On second down, it's Cook again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over from 27.
tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 45 yards.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring on 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the close fist to the referee, and that means 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, You're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for a hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punter Martin out to kick it away.
That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First play's a run to Nwangu.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, they had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
They'll run Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and goal for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Cousins throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Having only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached, well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
That's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule. I'm down in distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll set up to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have been fooled.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Swift. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
He's got room past the 30.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins
swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Aiden Hutchinson
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No boy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go to the bigger guy to try and use size. You can't try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
On On second down, here's the Wander. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll take this to the 47, but no. As they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is going to do it for this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First down, here's Cousins. Completes it to Aguilar. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on third down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Cousins to throw it.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the 36, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. First down, here's the run with Cook. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Throwing is Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to the ground. Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And it's 2nd down.
Okay, right?
Back to throw again. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Cooks. 36 yards.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So that'll be no better than it. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, Cousins. It's caught by Aguilar. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27th. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
Touchdown! Hayden Hurst, 29 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Lions 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, and yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 1:44 to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Into the hands of Cooks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but there's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got this, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down. No problem there.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Williams.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. This one came right down to the wire, and CD had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets.